how most people feel when they're working full time, and it's just there's not a lot of time for your creative side, and there's the BBC just being there on any given night in the Priory's funny.
We get to like keep them as like little sort of Glasgow relics, and enjoy them in our own little menagerie. Fans, friends forever.
Yeah. That's so good. That's how you end it.
I'm here at McChuills with Ali and Colin from the Dunts ahead of their headliner show tonight. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Excellent.
Obviously you guys are back. The Dunts is like Glasgow punk royalty to me, and I'm sure to many other people. So what made you decide to make this comeback?
It's been quite a long process, hasn't it? So I think we had a wee break for a while, and me and Rab went for like a dinner maybe like a couple of years ago, and we were just reminiscing about the past and stuff, reminiscing about the band and that, and we kind of just realised that we're like, let's just give it another go, we really want to get back to it. Met Ali in the midst of that.
I met Rab at a stag do for our mutual friend, and he said sort of similar things to me. Obviously I was still an outsider at that point, but he'd mentioned wanting to get it back on the go. I think I was just supportive at the time, not really thinking he'd asked me to play with these, and then a couple months later he's got in touch and asked me to play.
Yeah, been great. We've added another guy, Aidan, to the band, so I met Aidan at college just by coincidence. We know each other from years back, funnily enough, like from the first band I was in, from like literally about 15 years ago or something like that. So it was a pure like synchronicity thing where it was crazy, man. I seen him like one of the first days I started HND. I was in Berkeley and my tutor had said to me, this is a guy who could be good for your HND band, and I was like, I know this guy's face, I don't know why I know this guy, and I seen him drumming, I was like, this guy's amazing, I'll ask this guy to join my band. And it was like maybe half an hour after the practice I messaged my cousin, do you know this guy? And yeah, surely enough he was from Paisley, and so it's been good, man. It's been cool, but yeah, we're buzzing to be back.
And you've got a new single, Postman Dead, out, which is an absolute tune.
Thank you.
And just how did that sort of come about?
I think maybe like that, and then the song before it, Waste of Space, it's I mean kind of like saying it myself, like kind of writing them, it's came from I'd say my own environment. I'd say I've been like living in like a tenement flat in Govan for a bit, and I've just been kind of frustrated by a lot of things. So I think with Postman Dead I was kind of like just that feeling of like working to nothing, working yourself down to the bone, and just really grinding yourself, and I just felt like a postman was like the perfect kind of symbol of that in a sense. Like you think about a postman, like it's such a hard graft, heavy rain. There was a book I read there was a book I read as well, Bukowski Post, I think it's called Postman, and it's just the whole book's just like Charles Bukowski cutting about as a postman, like really really showing you how rough it is as a job. And I thought if I could try and get like a song out like that kind of represents how I'm feeling, but I think how most people feel when they're working full time, and it's just there's not a lot of time for your creative side, and there's not a lot of time for really anything else.
You wrote it in that like it's sort of like that beat poetry style where it's like broken sentences and sort of like jumbled words and
just symbols, really, just like kind of
cut and paste words, things
and stuff.
It was more like imagery than like a narrative.
Totally.
It's a great tune. I really enjoyed playing on it, and it was the second one we did with Lewis Jibby.
Of course.
We did Waste of Space with him, and that was the first one we did as the new unit, and then we did Postman with him, and it's just like getting more and more kind of refined as we go on with him.
Totally.
Headlining McChuills tonight, what do you love about this venue?
Oh, it's amazing. I had some great nights in here myself. I haven't played here with the Dunts yet, but I played here with Noise Club a couple of weeks ago. I just think it's a great community in here. I think even before I was like attending gigs in here, I'd come here for a pint all the time. My uncle lives in the corner, so it was this kind of like local haunt. So no, I love it in here. I just think all the people are dead chill. Owner, the bar staff, everyone, like they're just really nice, and they're really encouraging for the local music scene. I think they've given a lot of the younger bands like a hub to be part of, because it's what you really need. Like you'll know yourself with kind of things like Priory and stuff, like you need somewhere that everyone can go just to like network with each other, meet each other, attend each other's gigs and that. So yeah, we wouldn't really be looking at anywhere else really for the first like kind of big headline back. So yeah, no, we're excited.
It's not like an intimidating venue. Sorry, it's not like an intimidating venue either. It's like there's like a sort of reputation with bigger venues in Glasgow where like, well, this is our big step up, we have to like do, we have to be this amazing, or like, but like any sort of like any wee band with enough mates to sell tickets can come and like book a show here and then like do whatever they want, which I think is really really cool. And then you've still got the option to work with whoever you want to work with as well, like in the music scene greater.
course, we were talking about the Priory and about like the community aspect of that, and I was remembering a gig in 2019, which you'll remember that you guys did with Rascalton and Baby Strange, and the BBC were there.
Yeah, it was absolutely madness, because like the BBC just being there on any given night in the Priory is funny.
I know, it was
just given the kind of, don't get me wrong, it was amazing, but it was just really funny, and it was kind of weird because it's like we'd played with Baby Strange at that point, we'd played with Rascal, and I don't even know how many times, like we were
like
so
the three giants of that scene.
But I think the kind of the marketing for it was like, what if like the Dunts, Rascal and Baby Strange played together? It's kind of strange, but like, how have we not all how have we not been on a show together? So it was oh no, that was mad that night, and again just having a barrier in Priory and just like having guys like interviewing everyone and shooting the whole thing. It was crazy.
I lost a scarf that night, I seem to remember. I went in, that was kind of one of my introductions to the Glasgow music scene, because I'd kind of been around before to the Glasgow punk scene, and then that was kind of my first main introduction. That was the night I met a lot of people who had become my friends and everything, and I went home without, I had this scarf, and when I went home I was like, oh, I don't have that scarf.
Lost your best outfit.
Yeah.
Lost forever, probably like 20 bits
probably
underneath everyone's feet.
Lost to time. I know.
It's a clash yards and
I mean, it was great. It's kind of what you're looking for with things like McChuills. You're looking for a venue like that can provide the right atmosphere.
To sort of other bands, are there any other sort of bands on the scene right now that you're
There's loads, I mean, I'll rattle through a few, and then Ali can rattle through a few. So I mean, the Sankaras boys that are playing tonight, absolutely love their energy, man. Great band. Strayed, love the Strayed lads. Alcatraz, Quality Control. Like, there's loads out there. There's too many to name, to be honest. I'm trying my very best to try and be in amongst it as much as I can, because it's like, even like with the Priory stuff before, like me and Rab would always say like we'd be happy just to be fans of all this stuff, you know. We'd feel very, very lucky to be in amongst it as a band, but it's just that kind of thing of still being a punter really, and still wanting to like see new bands. But I'll pass over to Alex.
It is really cool, like, because you think like it's amazing that like some of the bands aren't like huge or whatever, because the quality's there and the performances are there and all of that, but we get to like keep them as like little sort of Glasgow relics and enjoy them in our own little menagerie. Like Tanzana are just probably getting to that point where they're going to like get into like big magazines or get on like bigger festivals and stuff, you know. Cowboy Hunters are like making it. Like you have that whole wave of like folk when like before I joined the Dunts, like Pleasure Heads, Rascalton, Rolly Mo's.
I still miss,
you know, and then there's a whole new generation of just like wee bands like that in that same style. Like what's
on that very, very point, we need to give a shout out to our pals Woeful Idol. So
I was going to say on
the discussion of Rolly Mo, we need to give a shout out to Joe and Joey. All the lads, to be honest, like
Jimmy just our last two.
We love those lads. Seriously, like we just hope them all the best, and it's amazing to work with Joey, and like, you know, I'm always trying to ask Joe to come down to the studio when we're recording as well, because I love his vibe, and I just think he's got a great ear for melody, and if I can say anything, man, go and listen to Woeful Idol if you get the chance, because they're bloody amazing.
I saw them in here for the first time a few weeks ago, and it was great, because it's like we were talking about it, and it's like, obviously I love the Rolling Mo, but it's like the sound has evolved and it's like more mature.
It's very mature. It's a nice indie thing, and I think all the tracks on their EP link together really well. It was funny because I was saying to them, when are you going to release this single? And they're like, that's not a single, that's the introduction to the EP. And I'm like, it's amazing though. It's really good. It's like really good. Because like Lewis showed us their full EP when we were in the recording. So I was like, no, I love that song. They're like, it's not a song. And I'm like, please make it a single. Yeah, it's out now. So go and listen to it.
finish up, can you tell us about any upcoming plans, gigs, or music videos released?
Oh, the like genuinely like nothing that we've got planned. So
We've got so many plans and
Plans-
it's like nothing concrete. It's hard to say.
plans and no plans. So I would say, generally speaking, after this, the main intention is to just go in and start recording more of the songs we've got written. Obviously, the process of coming back and doing this thing, there's been a lot of like try to get music out in between things and just try to run the ball and not like kind of count too much on like the stuff we've done in the past. So I'd say after this, we'll play it by ear, see what gigs come our way, and for the main part, just record and release more music.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got like so many tunes demoed and things. We need to work through all of that and see what's going to like really work for like our next like batch of releases, whether it's an EP or an album or something. We're going to keep putting things out because we love it.
Yeah.
And we just want to keep playing gigs for our fans and our friends
Forever,
and
of course.
forever. Fans, friends, forever.
Yep.
That's so good.
That's how we end it.
When you were talking about the way you wrote Postman Dead there, I was like envisioning a music video in my head, which is something
Big
I
time.
do all the time. But yeah, I feel like
100%.
Please make a video.
The biggest gutter for that one. Yeah,
we storyboarded a sort of demo idea of it, but it's getting it all to work.
I think it would be immensely easy for that one as well, and we definitely had a vision. It was definitely one of those ones where I felt like I was trying to be a bit more cinematic with it, in terms that it would lend itself to a music video. So no, we'll take that advice on board and we'll try our very best
Go
to get
for
that.
it.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
We've got enough ideas that we can. I'll take that.
Alright.
We've got enough ideas that we can just sort of like piece together and make something that's like fitting, thematically and energy-wise as well, without maybe going too metal. Or without being too scary about it. I think there's a nice like middle ground.
Find a line that will
Find a
balance
comfy
it.
middle.
Totally.
Thank you so much for talking tonight, guys, and can't wait to go and watch
Yeah,
the
no, thank you for
headline.
coming. I'm
Thank you
looking
so
forward to the
much.
set. Cheers.
Thank you.